Hello folks, this is part 2 of the video on my 4th great-grandma, Elizabeth Temperance Tallet, and we are at Justin P. Wilson State Park, and it's glorious, it's beautiful, it just blows my mind. And Elizabeth and Claiborne lived on this property back in the day. So I want to take you and show you the cemetery and tell you why she's here. Now, before we do, well, let you look at some stuff. I'm trying to fiddle fart. Fiddle fart around. Trying my tripod. I know, it's not professional. I know it. I'm working on it. I know it. Here we go. Let me try to turn it around the professional way. There we go. Now Claiborne is over in the Tallet Cemetery along with John and Abraham Davenport. Why? Well, that's a good question. Why? And why is there a tombstone that has Elizabeth on it if she's not there? Well, that's a good question that I am still yet need to answer. But I do know why she's here. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But Elizabeth Temperance Tallet was born in 1822. Don't know how, I'll have to pull that up, the information of when she got married to Grandpa, and I'll post that probably on the Facebook page. I'm gonna clean these, by the way. I am going to come back and do some work. I'm gonna clean these stones and kind of, make it more presentable. I'd say, like this one, if it was cleaned, you could pick up what it was saying. I'm gonna hit this back part first, because there's a reason why. But as I go, here's Nancy. Oh, hit a few as I go, okay? But Grandpa Claiborne, he was born in 1810, and he passed away in 1860s. 7. Now Elizabeth, she lived to be 81 years of age. She passed away in 1903, September 5th. I do remember her day she passed, because I just got off the phone with my wife, and we were looking at the tombstone. There's a grave right there. I'll come back and clean that up. I just don't, respectful and stuff. Oh, I just saw another tombstone, I think. Right there. So, should I go check it out? I think I will. There's a marker. I gotta watch for snakes. Bad thing is, I ain't got no machete or nothing on me. No, it's a rock. So, I might as well. There's another marker I just saw. Maybe that's a marker. If you're from Cumberland County and you're watching this and you're older than me, which I'm 51, so if you're older and have more detailed information, I would appreciate it if you share that with me. No name. And this is John H. Selby. Go around. Don't see nothing. Needs to be cleaned. And it's walking. See? Needs to be fixed. So if you're a Selby, come out here. I'll help you get in contact with me. I'll help you do it. Needs to be done. It needs to be done. No sense in letting these tombstones deteriorate into nothing. Ain't nobody in the future, if there is a future, gonna know who's who if we don't preserve it. Now there's something right there. Don't know what that is. But maybe someday, maybe the grandchildren, they'll want to know more information. So, look at that. How they did that border for that. Mini Selby. just a baby. Look at that border. That's a James. James Ernest Selby. Go over here. I'm watching for snakes too, 'cause this is rattlesnake country. Now I'll go down and get this one. This is a James H. Selby, born December, looks like 5th. Trying to get it good. Can't really make that out, can you? I can't. It's can't really make them out. That's DJ Selby. Now this is one of my great aunts. This is Claiborne and Elizabeth's daughter. One of them. Oh, I think I did that. If I didn't, let's see if I can get a name. Claudium, I don't know. Let me try to do this. Maybe hide her. Needs to be fixed. Set that back in its place. Go over here now. This is a Sarah J. She was I don't know what her maiden name was, but I can look that up for you. I got some information at home, that is. Get off of me, book. Got that attacking my glasses. But it's kind of leaning. See that? So, I need to get that fixed before it falls over. Oh, I got a bite in that. That's what it is. Get away from me. Why didn't I spray myself? I don't know. This is another one of my aunts. Or, not my aunts, but my uncles, I think. James H. Then, this is my uncle. Can't really make that out, can you? Because it's been fixed. 1880 is when he passed. Davenports have always, you go through the line, a lot of them, some of them, have passed away like at an early age. Except my great-grandma Nancy Jane Stillman, that her dad was William Davenport. Now William, his daddy, well, great-grandma Nancy Jane, her grandpa was John Davenport. But John didn't live long enough to know Nancy. And I bet you Elizabeth did, because Nancy was born in 1896, I think. She was a mean one. She used to chase me around with her cane. She lived to be 92, almost 93-year-old. There's a reason why I'm skipping. So back to the story of why Elizabeth, Grandma Elizabeth, is buried here instead of with her husband. Here in a minute. I'm trying to catch that writing. I don't know if I did this one back over here, but I'm gonna do it. I can't remember. There's no date, I don't think. Nope. And I don't know. They could be buried. There could be several more graves back in this. I don't know. Grandma Elizabeth was buried over here because, for one, she her kids were over here. And number two, there's my phone. Number two is she didn't like her mom and dad, or she didn't like her family. That's what I was told. She didn't want to be buried with them people because she didn't like them. So she chose to be buried over here instead of being buried next to her husband and her two sons. She chose to be buried over here because she didn't like either her brothers, sisters, or daddy. I don't know. That's another question that I got, because I got a question answered. Now on to the next. Why didn't she like him? What was there about him? But here she is, and I'm so glad. I get to show you. I come over here. I had a moment with her. But this is where Elizabeth is actually buried. She passed September 5th, 1903. Age 81 years. Blessing in the hope of a glorious resurrection. Somebody put barbed wire. I don't know why. But I found you, Grandma, and I documented you. You are no longer lost, but you are found for future generations to know where you are truly buried. And I am so happy to be the one, your fourth great-grandson. You would have never thought that one of your great-grandchildren would want to try to make sure that everybody got the right record of where you were buried at. In the story of why. Well, we don't know why, we know why, but there's another question to it. But rest in peace, Grandma. Rest in peace. I do have to. My imagination kind of runs with me. But you have to kind of wonder, we all know true love. True love, it's a bond. It's hard to break. You have read, I have read, that the people grieved herself because the other person dies. So you got to think, she lived a long time after Grandpa Claiborne. And he's buried Hold on a minute. Let me get my bearings. But I think he might be buried in that direction. Like 3 miles, 4 miles that way. So, you got to think or wonder, they loved each other, they had a lot of kids together, but since they weren't joined together in burial, do they meet up at night? You know, do their soul walk about this property like they did when they were alive? Do they still do that in death now? You know, got to wonder. I come in here and there's no house, so I'm gonna do a short on my phone for you, but just curious, you know. But this is part 2, by the way, of the story of my great-grandma, 4th great-grandma, Elizabeth Temperance Tollett Davenport. And so this is part 2. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. This has been a story long time coming. So I thank you very much for sticking with me through this. And I'll catch you on the next Sidestepping Adventure. You're watching Sidestepping Adventures, a mid-Tennessee adventure. And I'm Jason. Thank you for watching. I love y'all. God bless. Have a good one. Let's keep this rolling, shall we? Bye-bye. Look at that view.